I'm recording this earlier in the day than usual, and I've got a lot of shit to do today, so we're going to make it quick. But I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the YouTube new monetization requirements, which, as probably you know, if you've clicked on this, that it is now being doubled from 4,000 to 8,000 hours, although the subscriber count is still the same, 1,000. And this is just my like speak to the camera unedited channel, so the aim of this one isn't really to get monetized, but I did have like big plans to make videos on another channel, main channel, and I have to admit that I am in agreement with other people. It's quite discouraging because those watch hours, if you've never done it before, those watch hours come in slowly. Like, none of my videos on this channel, I've got like 50 of them now, are hitting, which is completely fine. These are just my video diaries, mostly for me and a couple of my friends. But I can't imagine if you were just starting a proper YouTube channel now, like the thought of having to get 4,000 before February, which is when it'll change, and you do get grandfathered in, so that's something. But if you are really close to getting in friggin' January and you're at 3,900 or something, I can't imagine how stressful that must be. So I'm like, firstly, I want to say, whew, I'm sorry, that sucks. And secondly, I'm wondering kind of what the rationale behind this is for YouTube. Like, obviously, it's a business, and obviously, we can't trust big tech to like have creative interests at heart. And I know that it has changed already. It used to be no watch hours, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but I've seen a lot of people talk about how it may be the influx of AI content onto the platform, which I agree and I hate. But I think I've trouble with that is that like a lot of people seem to be using them for like script generation, and you can't exactly tell that. I work with words and I've seen a lot of AI words, and I'm pretty good at recognizing it now, especially because I work quite a lot with like longer pieces of like medical writing. So the problem with AI writing is that it's quite repetitive, but if you work with it every day, I think this isn't really a brag because I'm not as good as at the visual ones as a lot of other people are. Like, I can't tell as quickly with photos and videos. But the problem with that, creators using it as their scripts, is that I you can tell, like, but it takes like 30 seconds to a minute to be able to tell that they're using AI scripts, which is different from AI voices and like AI visuals. Um, So I think we're still going to get quite a lot of AI content on here. And that's why people have been watching the more unscripted, unedited videos. Um, but I keep seeing people argue that this is to like curb that, but I don't think YouTube actually cares about that. If people are on here watching it, it doesn't matter who made it. Um, like the money, the AdSense money is still going to someone, I guess, because like someone had to put the prompt in, and they can churn out a lot more content because they're not that you when you make something with AI, you can just like put the prompt in and then walk away and then come back a bit later and it's finished. So I think it's going to have the opposite effect, and people are going to be that we're just going to see more and more AI content, because people who have the money for the credits and the time to just wander around not doing anything are going to be putting out 3 videos a day, which will make the watch hours easier to get than for people who are actually filming. Like, even with these ones which I don't edit, I could probably only make 2 a day because I have a job to go to. And for an edited one, a properly edited one, like once a week, and if you're on like properly researched ones, I think like what is that, like once every month or more. Um So I think it's going to have the opposite effect, which is kind of sad because I love YouTube because I'm like a big visual culture person. I don't use Instagram, I don't really use TikTok. And I'm sort of trying to put stuff out there, but I just don't get the platforms at all. They're just not my thing. Um, and I hope that we get to see like another alternative pop up, but a kind of a vague memory of when YouTube first started, and it took quite a long while for the AdSense kind of to be put on. So it wouldn't be like for a few years until we really see any sort of creator program on a new channel, a new platform even. So that's kind of sucks ass. And how are you going to compete with YouTube really? Like, it's a behemoth. Is that how you say that word? Anyway, it's Google, so it's, whatever. Hard to compete. And they'll just end up buying you or ruining your life, probably. Um, so there's that. But at the other end of the spectrum, I do think there's some sort of hope about it because A, AdSense is great, but it's also like not the be end and be all. What? I'm so bad at phrases, honestly. It's not the ultimate thing of like creating stuff. And it sucks at the moment because everything is so hard and you have to give up your precious time to make stuff, and you could be using that time on your second or third job making money. I know how it is. I work like 100 hours a week. I am totally with you. However, I think just try not to think of it in that way is a way that I'm going to get through it. And secondly, there are like other monetization options. I don't think the first stage of monetization with the subscribers is changing. I might be wrong. So that's 500 no, it's less. 500 subscribers and something else. And that gives you access to like some subscription features and all of that, which is fine. And the second thing is that obviously if you get 1,000 subscribers, that's still quite a lot of people who are like engaged in your videos. And they always do say on YouTube that you should have like multiple different income streams, like your what's it called, like affiliate links and your um other kind of things like that, and selling your own products, use it as a launching pad for your business, whatever. This doesn't really apply to me because I'm in it for the love of the game, but it is something worth thinking about. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I've seen a lot of comments of people feeling really sad about it, but I think like I know the job market is tough and everyone's like throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks and hoping that YouTube will be one of them, but plus a change or whatever that I should stop trying to say phrases, especially in French. Anyway, I hope everyone doesn't feel too bad and just look at it as try and go as hard as you can until February to get your watch hours in. If you don't get it, there's like we'll just have to come up with something else. Humans are resilient and humans are flexible and we can do stuff like that. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so sorry. I hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, see you tomorrow.